go get your helmet, man. You about to go back? All right. Home run.
CEO. Commit, execute, and be obsessed. Everybody be great out there.
Man, big shout out to all of my subscribers. Man, like I tell you guys, I can't go a video without saying it, man. I appreciate each and every one of you, man. Especially, man, to all of you service members out there. I understand you. I know what you guys go through out there. A lot of people, a lot of civilians, they don't understand you guys, but I do. So, once again, big salute to you guys, man. Big salute to all of my subscribers, man. I know you guys don't have to watch me, but you have chosen to watch me in your personal life, and that means a whole lot to me, man. So big salute to you guys too out there, man. And however I could help and whatever type of information I'm putting out, hopefully you guys are really getting something out of my YouTube channel, man. So man, let me tell you guys real quick why I love being a freight broker. I know you guys out there, some of you guys want to become freight brokers, and I'm telling you, man, one of the best decisions that I have ever made in this trucking industry is becoming a freight broker. And the reason why I love being a freight broker is just because it's one of these businesses where you can make a lot of money, but it don't cost a lot of money to start up. I know people right now that's out here spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on startup costs, millions of dollars on startup costs. It took me $2,000 to start my freight brokerage, you know? So it's a very low startup cost, one of them type of businesses, man. And I love it because it has no overhead. The only overhead that I'm paying is for my software. I'm paying for my load board access, which I'm using DAT Power, man. So if you guys are looking for a load board, go get your 30-day free trial with DAT. Everything is in the description box below. You know, go click that link, 30-day free trial, get DAT Power too, especially if you guys are going to become freight brokers, because DAT Power is going to allow you guys to search for loads, post loads as a freight broker, and also search for trucks too. So the reason why I love being a freight broker is because of the overhead is super inexpensive. It's super cheap. You know, I'm paying for load board access. I'm paying for my TMS, transportation management system, you know, and that's pretty much it. If you guys have an office space, you'll be paying for your office space. I mean, I already have a cell phone, so that's already included into my overhead, you know. I use DocuSign. I like DocuSign too, you know, when I'm sending out my carrier packets and things like that. You know, so man, basic, simple overhead. When I started my trucking company back in 2017, man, I started to buy dually trucks. I was buying trailers. And I was just like everybody else, man. A lot of people want to come into this trucking industry and we just want to, you know, keep buying trucks because that's all we really know. You know, we don't really know pretty much, you know, the other side of this trucking industry. There's many of other sides in this trucking industry outside of just buying trucks, right? But that's all we really know. Hey, let's go out and go buy trucks right now. Man, I bought 4 dually trucks, so that was 4 truck notes. I had 4 or 5 trailers, you know, driver pay, unexpected maintenance, commercial insurance, ELD. I mean, man, just so much overhead that went into the trucking industry. If you guys make $10,000 this week in the trucking industry, you might be able to see, you know, 50% of it if you guys are owner operators. And if you're not owner operators, if you have hired an actual driver to drive the truck for you, you know, you might be able to see 25% of what you made based off of what does your overhead look like. So just think about that in business. If you guys are grossing $10,000, but you're only able to see maybe $2,500 of it, or maybe $5,000, that's still a good profit, don't get me wrong. But on the freight broker side, whatever you see is pretty much what you're going to make. So let's just say this week you guys made $4,000 or $5,000 this week of brokering freight. That's how much you're going to see. You know, you don't have to take that $4,000 or $5,000 and go pay unexpected maintenance, go pay for fuel, driver pay or nothing. That's what you're going to see. That's what you're going to gross. minus whatever you want to put back for taxes, right? But the thing about the trucking industry, as owning trucks, it's very unpredictable. You know, you might make 10,000 this week and you might be able to see 7,500, or you might make 10,000 this week and you might see nothing. You might end up losing, depending on if you have some type of unexpected maintenance that cost a lot of money this week, right? You know, and I've been in that situation plenty of times running trucks, and I'm pretty sure if you guys are watching me right now and you are owner operator and you have multiple trucks, you guys understand it's a lot of overhead that goes into the trucking industry. But on the freight brokering side, it's a very low startup cost and there's very minimum overhead. So when you think about it as on a business level, think about it like this. What are you really losing? You guys could go start your freight brokers for $2,000. You're going to spend that probably on a pair of shoes these days. Some of you guys out there, you're going to spend that on your whole outfit, $2,000, when you could start an actual business, right? So you take that $2,000, you start your actual freight broker business. Your overhead shouldn't be no more than $500 a month based off of the software that you have chosen to invest into, right? Overhead less than $500. So let's just say you start up your freight brokerage right now and you make $5,000 this week. Like I'm telling you guys, you're going to be able to see majority of that money, right? But let's just say you guys become freight brokers and it takes you months to acquire your shippers. See, a lot of you guys get off into this freight broker business and you believe that everything is an overnight success. You see me and you see other people on this YouTube, you know, we're just sharing our story and we're giving you guys information out there. But you didn't see the grind and the hustle. You didn't see, you know, those long days and those long nights, right? So let's just say it take you guys some months to acquire your shippers. That's fine because your overhead is super cheap. It's super low, you know? And you guys don't even have to go invest into your software until you really start actively brokering freight. It's too easy for you to get on the DAT website and request access to the load board the day that you start acquiring your first shipper and you start brokering your first load, right? So it's super cheap overhead, super cheap startup costs. How I look at it is it's a win-win. What are you losing? What if you guys go pay $2,000, start up your freight brokerage, and you go out and invest into your software right now and you never move a load? And you just spent $2,000 plus $500 for this month and you never move a load. And you just end up stopping the business, right? What are you really losing? $2,500 for a startup cost on a business? I mean, you're not really losing. But you guys have to be hustlers. You have to be really consistent on what you're doing if you want to become a freight broker. You know, this business is not for the lazy. One thing about this business, it might be a cheap startup cost, but it's going to take some hustle to acquire your clients and to get to that money, you know, too. So never get discouraged out here, man, for you new freight brokers. If you are not getting any shippers right now, that's perfectly fine. Wake up tomorrow, get on that phone, start calling, keep calling, be consistent at what you're doing. So this is why I love being a freight broker, because I could do it from anywhere too, you know? I could be anywhere in this world right now. And the only thing I need is my cell phone and my laptop. You know, cheap startup costs, cheap overhead, but it takes a lot of hustle though. So don't think it's going to be easy for you guys to come into this business and to just make a killing and to start making good money. Because like I'm telling you, it's going to take some good hustle. It's going to take for you to be determined about becoming a freight broker, being consistent every day. You got to be on that phone. You got to be sending emails out. You got to be walking into these shippers. You got to be networking. That's what it's about out here, man. So I'm going to end this video. Man, if you guys have any questions, hit me up on my text message, 317-953-8943. Go visit my website, www.DAT www.extraordinarymovement.com. Go get your 30-day free trial with DAT. Go sign up with TAFS, Trans-Am Financial Services. If you guys are looking for a factory service out here, man, CEO, commit, execute, and be obsessed. Everybody be great out there.